Hey everyone, it's Saoirse, and I have some more poetry for you today. This is All We Know of Pleasure, Poetic Erotica by Women. This is edited by Enid Schomer, and it was published in 2018. Found this at my local bookstore, once again. I just find myself picking up a lot of poetry collections recently, and I'm going to read you some of the ones that stood out to me in here. First, from the introduction, it says, while grief and mourning have the elegy, praise the ode, and seduction the sonnet, there is no established prosodic tradition for the erotic poem, no accepted formal vessel in which to pour passion to give it a familiar poetic shape. As a result, these poems experiment with form as well as content, displaying a pioneering spirit in their freshness, candor, humor, and inventiveness. And then this says here, erotic poetry is defined as poetry which deals with the sexual in more or less explicit detail. It is distinct on the one hand from love poetry, which traditionally avoids specifically sexual details, and on the other from mere pornographic or obscene verse, which does not meet the aesthetic criteria implied by the term poetry. So it's an interesting in-between. Okay, so this anthology of work spans the last 75 years. It says these poems fully demonstrate that far from being prurient, the erotic can permeate even the mundane aspects of life, from reading a book to buying clothes. At the same time, the collection affirms the enormous meaningfulness of poetry, its ability to express the inexpressible and to illuminate the most private and intimate of human experiences. The poets included here represent different ethnicities, sexualities, geographies, and social classes. Their commonality, they are women writing about sex. Alright, let's take a look at some of these. This is called Woman Reading by Kathleen Flanagan. She licks her finger, little flick of tongue and fingertip on furlough to turn a page, a motion that distracts her. The thread of phrase is broken, but for the word at turning. Vessel. Vessel as in ship or blood. She has to pause, all context lost, but blouse and skirt, this urge to take them off and ache for something to contain it all, maybe vessel, maybe L alone, bobbing on the tongue, maybe luscious, maybe just a finger to her lips is all the afternoon was asking for, and lays aside her book. Probably, again, not going to do a lot of commentary on these. I just find that I am not great at like quickly coming up with what I think about something. It has to really sit for a while, and this is why I'm better at, writing research papers about literature. This one is called What Do Women Want by Kim Adonisio. I want a red dress. I want it flimsy and cheap. I want it too tight. I want to wear it until someone tears it off me. I want it sleeveless and backless, this dress, so no one has to guess what's underneath. I want to walk down the street past Thrifty's and the hardware store with all those keys glittering in the window, past Mr. and Mrs. Wong selling day-old donuts in their cafe, past the Guerra brothers slinging pigs from the truck and onto the dolly, hoisting the slick snouts over their shoulders. I want to walk like I'm the only woman on earth and I can have my pick. I want that red dress bad. I want it to confirm your worst fears about me, to show you how little I care about you or anything except what I want. When I find it, I'll pull that garment from its hanger like I'm choosing a body to carry me into this world through the birth cries and the love cries too, and I'll wear it like bones, like skin. It'll be the goddamn dress they bury me in. Ooh, I love that one. This one's called Preference by Beth Gillis. Some people need a harsher kind of love. I like the smooth, soft wetness of our sex. I like the gentle, easy way we move, our bodies blending in a fleshy weave, our lips, torsos, tongues, a sensuous mix. Some people need a harsher kind of love. One plays the master, the other plays the slave. They plunge each other's depths with plastic dicks. I like him gentle. I like his easy move against me, desire rising like a wave that draws us slowly to its crest, then breaks. Some women need a harsher kind of love. A brutish, forceful man is what they crave. They scream and bite, they claw their lovers' backs. I like the gentle, easy way you move, and taste, and touch my skin, without a glove or ropes to bind me. How could I relax, confronted with a harsher kind of love? I'll take the gentle, easy way we move. I love the variety in here because there really is something for everybody. Everyone's got different tastes, and it's fascinating. This is called Lullaby by Molly Peacock. Big as a down duvet, the night pulls the close Ontario sky over the naked earth. Here we lie gossiping in a circle of light, under our own big comforter, buried nude as bulbs. I slide south to grow your hyacinth in my mouth, far above the constellations blur on the comforter that real sky is to real earth. Stars make a pattern above. Down here our pattern is fireflies on flannel around us. Night turns to surround the planet. Earth settles real hyacinths in place. You yield, turning like night's face to settle on me, chest on breasts, your field. Like when people use nature imagery in erotic poetry. Because sometimes that's how it feels. It's like the most natural experience possible when it's done right. This is called Attraction by Enid Schomer. Hey, that's the editor. The whites of his eyes pull me like moons. He smiles. I believe his face. Already my body slips down in the chair. I recline on my side, offering peeled grapes. I can taste his tongue in my mouth whenever he speaks. I suspect he lies, but my body oils itself loose. When he gets up to fix a drink, my legs, like derricks, hoist me off the seat. I am thirsty, it seems. Already I see the seduction far off in the distance, like a large tree dwarfed by a rise in the road. I put away objections as quietly as quilts. Already I explain to myself how marriages are broken, accidentally, like arms or legs. And I'll just read the end of this poem, The Shyness by Sharon Olds. Then we lay together, panting as if saved from some disaster, and for ceaseless instants it came to pass what I have heard about. It came to me that I did not know I was separate from this man. I did not know I was lonely. And let's do one more. Two Endings by Katherine Reigel. And there's this quote at the beginning here. I believe Icarus was not failing as he fell, but just coming to the end of his triumph. And that was Jack Gilbert. There's a guy ordering hot chocolate at the counter, and when the barista asks him if he wants whipped cream, he says, yeah, in this low, breathy voice that tells everyone he always wants whipped cream, and don't all of us, really? If I notice things like that too often or too keenly now, is that a bad thing? Or just slightly less appealing, like hot chocolate without whipped cream, still good, rich, and mouthy, but not quite everything you wanted? Anyway, I care less and less about appropriate and more about wanting, about moans and sighs, and how the sound of a zipper can make you want to lie down right where you are, on the sidewalk even, with the cigarette butts and the cold seeping into your back. If only someone would just kiss you like they do in the movies. And I care about beginnings, the lips finding that spot on the neck, the too much clothing between skin and skin, even more perhaps about middles, secret stories, the slow but firm touch, the nightingale vines curling from open mouths into the dark. And when the ending finally comes, the song trilled out to its last fluid note, do we call that failure? It's a good one to end on. Okay, that is it for today, and I will have one more poetry collection for you very soon. Thank you for watching.